Hello, everyone. So, today I am going to talk briefly about how these first beings got to the planet Earth to do what they did. Um, yeah, so it is what it is. Basically, they got here by spacecrafts, and I know that seems like far fetched and some science fiction stuff, but as I said, you were literally made to believe a certain narrative living in this world so that you could remain in the darkness, basically. So, yeah. That's why throughout the Bible, these ones who communicated with God or gods would usually go to the mountains or high places. So, like Moses, for instance, when he got the Ten Commandments, he came down from the mountain. Um, but various cultures, even from the Mayans to, I mean, different ones. They have literal drawings of them interacting with these gods or species from other worlds, basically. This is also why, with Greek mythology, they talk about Mount Olympus, where the gods lived. It all comes from that. So, yeah, it's not extreme. It's not anything that's like, ooh, but yeah, and usually there was some type of cloud cover, that type of thing, because they come and go in cover. It's not like they're just blatantly there for everyone to see. So there's various ones from motherships all the way down to scouting ships. Um, yeah, motherships. Did anyone ever wonder why that they're not called father ships? Anyway, so how are I'm not getting into how they're powered and all that. Let's just say, like I said before, extremely highly intelligent and developed beings, okay? So that's how they got here. They would come and go. Um, and actually, humans became used to interacting with them. It wasn't something that was strange or out of this world. But now you also know that this system and the media is also controlled by the rebel god and all those who sided with him. And that's why they literally instilled into humans that these beings from other planets are scary and they're here to take over the world, when really they're the ones that came from other planets and even destroyed their own and came here to take over the world. They're the bad guys, but they want to make the good, intelligent life beings or light beings look bad. And so now you have an entire system where most people are afraid of so-called aliens. That's it in a nutshell. So, yeah, I think that's about it as far as how they got here. I mean, it's very basic. I know it's something that's hard to comprehend, but that's what it is. Of course, you're not going to see spaceships here, at least right now, but if any of you do look up in the sky at night, especially on a clear night, you may have seen stars that look like they're moving. You can tell the difference between these and an airplane or a helicopter because they will not have blinking lights like an airplane. Also, like I said, they look like stars that are slowly moving, but they can also stop and they can also disappear at the snap of a finger as you're looking at them, if you're paying attention. So, yeah, those would be scouting ships. But they are about, even right now, I mean, the government knows, they're just kind of trying to hide it, keep everyone distracted. Distracted, like I said, looking at their phones, doing this, that, and the other thing, so they really are not paying attention to what's going on around you. So, yeah. um, so you probably are wondering how us light beings get here without being noticed. So there is a thing where at least you can get close enough in vicinity where your energy can be transferred, um, without physically coming down. You just have to get in a certain range, basically, and that can happen. So, yeah, that's as much as I'm going to say. Um, but yeah, there's many other ones that are on the earth at this time, like I said, to help out. There's going to be a change, and basically, the bad guys need to be kicked out. So that's what's going to happen. As far as myself, my, well, I'll just say host mother, like, obviously, our blood does not, it basically did not, it's not compatible. So that was one issue that really, if it wasn't caught in time, I would have never even made it into the physical world. So it, her doctors did do the right test in order to know that our RH factors did not, they weren't compatible. So she had to get treatments in order for me to actually make it. But that is a thing. Many people wonder, why are, RH is different and this other stuff. But yeah, I made it. That's the only thing that counts. So I'm here to do what I'm supposed to do. So yeah. Um, but Jesus actually was the same. He was a light being. He came from another realm. So that's why actually in John chapter 8 and verse 23, and I did make a video alluding to this, but I did not think that people were ready for me to say, yes, he's an extraterrestrial with extraordinary knowledge because he came from source. There's headquarters and then there's source. So we come from source. That's why we have just knowledge of certain things that many others won't, even though they're still on the same team. So there's light workers, there's star seeds, there's different ones. Okay. So, anyway, John chapter 8 and verse 23, where Jesus said, He said to them, You are from below, I am from above. You are of this world, I am not of this world. So, that's just one instance where Jesus was alluding to his non human existence, but from another world. He also says this in John chapter 17 and in verses 14, 15, 16. It's like verses 14 through 18, where he talks about he's not of the world and neither are the ones who've come with him are not of the world. Like I said, this Christ energy never comes alone. It comes with an army of helpers. Okay, again, in John 18 and verse 36, here Jesus was talking to Pilate, and he said in verse 36, it's chapter 18, verse 36. Jesus answered, My kingdom is not of this world. If my kingdom were of this world, my servants would have been fighting that I might not be delivered over to the Jews. But my kingdom is not from the world. So once again, Jesus here is saying that this world, this is not my kingdom. This is not my kingdom. If this was my kingdom, then his servants, or the ones that come to help, would be fighting for him to keep it. But it's not. So these are just a few scriptures that hopefully will open your eyes, because like I said, you have to really open your mind and let it be cleaned of what you've been indoctrinated to believe, because if you can't do this, you're still going to stay in Babylon the Great. I know it's shocking, and I know that a lot of this is like, it seems absolutely bizarre and crazy, but this is what this system was set up to do, is blind you and make you think unilaterally instead of multidimensionally. Okay? So that's what I have to say for today. Maybe in my next video, I will be more specific about the what happened basically between the 144,000, the rebels, and all this, and how this thought of like these spirit beings or sons of God or daughters of God basically interacting with humans and having sex with them and creating these offspring that were giant, all of that. So I'll get into that in my next video. And yeah, hopefully it'll also clear more up for you guys. Okay. All right. Till then, sending you my love and my peace. Take care.